we have to convert these examples or these fractions into decimals. Let's move on to the example number 8. 17 upon 20. Upon 20 means, understand, it is division. So we have to divide 17 by 20. Understand that 17 is our dividend, which is smaller than the divisor, which is 20. So in the first step itself, 20 will not go in 17. So I have to increase this 17 by placing a 0 here. And the 0 will come against a decimal point in the quotient. So I'll place a decimal point in the quotient and a 0 in the dividend. So now my number 17 becomes 170. Now 20 8s are 160. Subtracting, I get 10. Now in 20 will not go in 10. So I have to increase this 10. I have to place a 0. Remember, when we have placed a decimal point in the quotient, then 1 0 at a time can be placed without doing anything in the quotient. Quotient will remain as it is. Just place a 0. 25s are 100. My division is complete. Our quotient is 0.85. Now friends, remember, 0.85 can also be written as 0.85. 0.85, when you want to convert it into a decimal fraction, 0.85 has two decimal places. So first, write down 0.85 without the decimal point. It will be 85. In the denominator, first place 1. And after 1, since there are two decimal places, so place 2 zeros after 1. In the decimal fraction, 17 upon 20 will become 85 by 100. And in decimal number, it will be 0.85, which can be written as 0.85. Convert each of the following as mixed fraction. Now let us understand a mixed fraction. A mixed fraction has two parts. One is a whole number part, and second, a fraction part. For example, 2 whole 3 upon 5. Here 2 is the whole number part and 3 upon 5 is the fraction part. We have to convert these decimal numbers into a mixed fraction. Let us take the first example, 5.6. In 5.6, 5 is the whole number part, so leave it as it is. 0.6 is the decimal part. Let us convert 0.6, which is the decimal part, to fraction. Now 0.6 has one decimal place. After the decimal point, it has one decimal place. Now since it has one decimal place, first of all, write down 0.6 without the decimal point. It will be only 6. And then in the denominator, first write 1. And after 1, since there is one decimal place, add 1 0. So it will become 6 upon 10. 6 upon 10. They both are divisible by 2. Let's divide them by 2. It's 2 3s are 6 in the numerator, 2 5s are 10 in the denominator. So 6 by 10 becomes 3 upon 5. So the decimal part 0.6 becomes 3 upon 5. Now let's write them together. Our whole number part is 5. Write down first 5. Our decimal part 0.6 becomes 3 upon 5. So write after 5 3 upon 5. So 5.6 in a mixed fraction will become 5 whole 3 upon 5. This is our final answer. Next Next example, convert each of the following as a mixed fraction. 12.25. Here 12 is the whole number part. 0.25 is the decimal part. Now keep the whole number part as it is. Let's work out the decimal part. It is 0.25. In 0.25, after the decimal point, we have two digits. Two digits means two decimal places. Now let's write down 0.25 without the decimal point. It will become 25. In the denominator, after 1, place 2 zeros, because there are two decimal places, so place 2 zeros. It becomes 25 upon 100. Now remember, both 25 and 100 are divisible by 5 as well as 25. For the sake of convenience, let us divide them by 5. 5 5s are 25. 5 20s are 100. So it will become 5 upon 20. 5 upon 20 are again divisible by 5. Let's divide by 5. 5 1s are 5. 5 4s are 20. So it will become 1 upon 4. So 0.25, the decimal number 0.25 becomes in the fraction 1 upon 4. Now let's get the final answer. Write down the whole number value 12 first, and then after that write down the decimal part which we have converted to fraction as 1 upon 4. Together it will become 12 whole 1 upon 4 in the mixed fraction. Let us go to the third example, 6.004. Now in 6.004, 6 is the whole number part and 0.004 is the decimal part. Now don't touch the whole number part, leave it as it is. We will write it at the end. Let us now convert 0.004, the decimal number, to decimal fraction. For this, first of all, count the decimal places. Decimal places are the digits after the decimal point. Here there are 1, 2, 3 digits after the decimal point. So we say there are 3 decimal places. Now since there are 3 decimal places, first of all, write down this number 0.004 without the decimal point. It will become 004. Now remember, 004 is actually only 4. So my number 004 will become 4, and now go to the denominator and place 1. After 1, you have to place as many zeros as the decimal places. There are 3 decimal places, so we'll place 3 zeros after 1. So place 3 zeros after 1. 1, 2, 3 zeros. Now understand that both 4 and 1000 are divisible by 2 and 4 both. For the sake of convenience, I will first divide it by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 1000 divided by 2 is 500. So 4 upon 1000 will become 2 upon 500. Now again, both of them are divisible by 2. Let's divide them by 2 again. 2 ones are 2. And 500 divided by 2 is 250. So now it becomes 1 upon 250. So our decimal point 0.004 becomes 1 upon 250. Coming to the final answer, the whole number part will be 6. The decimal part, which is now converted to a fraction, becomes 1 upon 250. This is our final answer in the mixed fraction. 6.004 in the mixed fraction will become 6 whole 1 upon 250. Moving on to the fourth example, 4.625. 4 is the whole number part. 0.625 is the decimal part. Let us convert 0.625 into a fraction. 0.625 has 3 decimal places. So I'll first write this down. Without the decimal point, it will become 625. In the denominator, write 1. And since there are 3 decimal places, write down 3 zeros on the right side of 1. 625 upon 1000. Now both 625 and 1000 are divisible by 125, 25 and 5. For the sake of convenience, I'll start with 5. Let's divide both of the numerator as well as the denominator by 5. 625 divided by 5 is 125. 1000 divided by 5 is 200. My fraction becomes 125 upon 200. Let's divide again by 5. 125 divided by 5 is 25. 200 divided by 5 is 40. My fraction becomes 25 upon 40. Both of them are divisible by 5. Let's divide by 5. 5 5s are 25. 5 8s are 40. So finally my fraction becomes 5 upon 8. The decimal number 0.625 becomes 5 upon 8. Final value, let us put them together. Whole number, write down 4. In place of whole number, write down 4. In place of decimal part, write down the fractional value, which is 5 upon 8. My answer becomes 4 whole 5 upon 8. Convert each of the following into like decimals. Like decimals are decimals having the same decimal places. Now converting unlike decimals to like decimals, we need to place 0 in the decimal part on the right side. Let's take the first example, 6.5, 16.03, 0.274 and 119.4. Now understand that all these decimals have different decimal places. The first number has 1 decimal place, second number has 2 decimal place, third has 3 decimal place, fourth has 1 decimal place. Right now they are unlike decimals, and if you want to convert unlike decimal to like decimal, you have to make the decimal places same by placing 0 on the right side in the decimal part. Now to convert into like decimals, remember the maximum number of decimal place will be chosen. Here the maximum number of decimal place is 3 decimal place, which is in 0.274. So I will give every decimal number 3 decimal places, and we do that by placing 0 on the right side in the decimal part. 6.5 has 1 decimal place. To convert it into 3 decimal place, place 2 zeros on the right side. It now has 3 decimal places. 16.03 has 2 decimal place, place 1 0 on the right side. To make it 3 decimal places, 274 is already having 3 decimal place, so no need of doing anything here. 119.4 has 1 decimal place, place 2 zeros on the right side. Now all the decimal numbers have 3 decimal places, so they are like decimals. This is the method of converting unlike decimals to like decimals. Students should practice some more example so that they don't get confused in the real exam. Next example. Convert each of the following into like decimals. Second example, the first number is 3.5. Second is 0.67. Third example is 15.6. Fourth example is only 4. Now here, when you are converting unlike decimals to like decimals, or per se here we have a whole number 4 also. If you want to convert this into decimal numbers, first of all friends, remember you should write all these numbers as in the decimal point should come in the center and they should fall just below each other. हमें decimal numbers को ऐसे लिखना है कि decimal point सबका एक के नीचे एक आना चाहिए, और उसके बाद लेफ्ट साइड में आप होल नंबर लिखिए और राइट साइड में आप डेसिमल पार्ट वाली वैल्यू लिखिए. तो सबसे पहला रूल आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है कि डेसिमल पॉइंट एक दूसरे के नीचे आना चाहिए. अगर आपने इसे आगे पीछे कर दिया तो हमारा जो लाइक डेसिमल का कन्वर्जन है वो रॉन्ग हो सकता है. नाउ नेक्स्ट हमारा एक होल नंबर 4 दिया हुआ है. होल नंबर 4 को डेसिमल नंबर में कैसे कन्वर्ट करें? आप इसके राइट साइड में एक डेसिमल पॉइंट लगा दीजिए. किसी भी नंबर को डेसिमल नंबर में कन्वर्ट करना है तो नंबर के राइट साइड में आप एक डेसिमल पॉइंट लगा दीजिए. डेसिमल पॉइंट तो हमने लगा दिया, लेकिन अभी इसमें कोई भी डेसिमल प्लेसेस नहीं है. अब इसको हम सभी को इक्वल डेसिमल प्लेस बनाएंगे. इक्वल डेसिमल प्लेस बनाने के लिए आप देखो कि मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ डेसिमल प्लेस कितने हैं. इन चारों में मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ डेसिमल प्लेस 0.67 में है, जो कि 2 डेसिमल प्लेस है. इसका मतलब हमें सभी नंबर्स को 2 डेसिमल प्लेस में कन्वर्ट करना है. 3.5 में 1 डेसिमल प्लेस है, यहाँ 0 लगा दीजिए. 15.6 में 1 डेसिमल प्लेस है, राइट में 0 लगा दीजिए. 4 होल नंबर था, हमने उसमें डेसिमल पॉइंट तो लगा दिया, लेकिन यहाँ पर अब हमें 2 0 लगाने पड़ेंगे, सो दैट नाउ इट विल ऑल्सो हैव 2 डेसिमल प्लेसेस. ऑल द डेसिमल नंबर्स हैव इक्वल डेसिमल प्लेसेस, सो नाउ दे आर लाइक decimals. Friends, now let us move on to the first operation of decimal numbers, where we will have to add all these numbers. The numbers given here are 16, 8.7, 0.94, 6.8 and 7.77. So first of all, they have given a whole number 16. Let us write it here. And since all the other numbers are decimal numbers, so let us convert 16 also to a decimal number. For converting 16 to a decimal number, place a decimal point on its right side. Second number is 8.7. Remember, when you are adding the decimal numbers, the decimal point should be beneath each other or below each other. Next number is 0.94. See how carefully I am writing all the decimal points below each other. You should also do the same when you are adding the decimal numbers. Next is 6.8. Next is 7.77. Now for the first rule of adding is, for your sake of convenience, you convert all the decimal numbers into like decimals to avoid any confusion in the exam. 16. I have placed a decimal point on the right side to make it a decimal number, but there are no places. Now, how to decide how many places to give? For that, you look at the maximum number of decimal places in any of the numbers. The maximum number of decimal place is in 0.94, which is 2 decimal place, or 7.77, which is 2 decimal place. So it is clear that every number will be given 2 decimal places, and for that let's add zeros in the decimal part. In the number 16, after the decimal point, I will place 2 zeros. In 8.7, there is 1 decimal point place, I will add another 0. 0.94 already have 2 decimal places, so there is no need of adding any 0. 6.8 has 1 decimal place, let's place a 0. 7.77 already has 2 decimal place, no need of adding any more decimal places. Let's add them. Addition is simple. 0 plus 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4, 4 plus 7 is 11, write down 1, carry 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, 8 plus 9 is 17, 17 plus 8 is 25, 25 plus 7 is 32, 32 I will write down 2, I will place a decimal point, I will carry this 3 here. So while adding, the decimal point also should take its respective place. 3 is carried over, 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 8 is 17, 17 plus 6 is 23, 23 plus 7 is 30, 30, 0 I will write down, 3 I will carry, 3 plus 1 it will give me 4. On adding, the final answer is 40.21. That is our final answer. The process is simple, but just don't do any silly error in the real exam. Let us add 18.6, 206.37, 8.008, 26.4 and 6.9. Let's write down all the decimal numbers. 18.6, you write the next number 206.37, remember the decimal point should come just below the decimal point. So the left hand side, the whole number part of 206 will be written here, 206. Put the decimal point below the decimal point and then write 37. Next number is 8.008. Now see, you have to be very careful for writing the decimal point below the decimal point. हमें decimal point के नीचे लगाना है, otherwise हमारा आंसर गलत हो सकता है. अगर वैल्यू हमारे आगे पीछे हो गए तो हमारा आंसर रॉन्ग आ सकता है. नेक्स्ट इज 26.4. दिस इज 26.4. नेक्स्ट नंबर इज 6.9. नाउ फॉर एडिंग देम लेट्स मेक द डेसिमल प्लेसेस सेम. द मैक्सिमम डेसिमल प्लेसेस आर 3. So let's give every number 3 decimal place by placing zeros. Now we have converted all the decimal numbers to like decimals. Let's add 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 0 plus 0. This will be 8. Next, this is 0 plus 7 is 7. 7 plus 0 is 0. 0, 0. This will be 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 4, sorry, 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 9 is 22. I will write down 2. I'll carry 2. Now before we go any further, the decimal point should come below the decimal point. So after 2, or rather before 2, I'll place a decimal point here. And now let's continue the addition. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. 30 plus 6 is 36. Let's write down 6. Let's carry 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 0 will be 4. Plus 2 will be 6. Next here, this is 2. Let's take it down.